Hi, Intercepting the Mace. There is no equivalent that I know of in the Parker system, so we're just going to go straight into the technique and play with that. Basically, you want to think of intercepting the mace as 5 swords on the outside of a left punch. We'll play with the timing patterns in a moment, just to kind of show you some of the ideas that we can add into this one technique. Let's just look at the structure of it first, then we'll play with mechanics, then we'll get into the timing of it. Alright, structure is pretty straightforward. You can start from a ready stance or a natural stance, or you can start right off from a right lead. I have a tendency to work from the right lead, just because I like to think of it as a technique for a straight left hand. So go ahead and switch real quick, John. Right. The idea of this is they're coming in with a straight left hand straight to the nose. It's a boxer straight. Right? So as it pops in, coming straight for the nose, all I'm going to do is I'm going to step up the circle slightly, and if you'll notice, just that little step, if he's aiming for my face or jaw or anywhere in that area, just that little step's going to get me right off line. Right? But we're not going to rely on that little step. We're going to rely on an interception here. So as that thing comes in, I'm going to if my hand just kind of pops up as I go off, there's that beginning of the interception, which allows me to start winging out my own vertical punch. So again, as he comes in, there's the interception, there's my checking hand, and it's going straight to the nose or jaw or cheek, whatever's available up front. From there, from that linear movement, it's going to round off. Now the book has this as a left hand palm heel or rake as it comes in, so as I shoot, that left hand inserts. So I get that little rounding off motion, and there's my up the circle as I complete it. Round off, catch that face, hammer fist, hook that arm. The book again is written as an uppercut. We're going to kind of do it as, I have a tendency to do it as a forearm. Straight side real quick. I have a tendency to do it as a forearm just because I like the roll. I'm taking this thumb, and if I hit here, I get this much, but just by taking my hand and rotating it, I get a little more presentation of the shoulder down to the elbow. And that in turn sets up this rotation, this distal rotation, catching that spleen. All right? So here's my angle. I come back down, catch that spleen. I usually clear the arm at that point, and as I hit through, I'm going to come back down, roll that hand right into the kidney, and there's a couple angles, we'll play with that in a moment, and then from there, contour down the top of the leg, catching the top of the calf, boom, and then covering out, and there's the whole technique. Smack it just a little bit. Alright, so again, just a little bit smoother. It comes in, I'm up the circle, 1, 2, rotate, hammer down, roll that hand in, catching that kidney, top of the calf, work our way out. Now, timing. Let's just play with the timing for a second. All right, once we get to this point, it's that checking hand, boom. All right, so we're in timing pattern number 1. So from here, boom, there's that shot. Now from here, all we want to do is play with that timing pattern. Boom, hit, boom, hit. Timing pattern number 1, nice and easy. From here, from timing pattern number 1, we're just going to add in that hyperextension. So hit, timing pattern number 1, and then that extension. From here, we're back into timing pattern number 2. Out. Alright, out, coming back in, boom. So from here, out, boom, timing pattern number 2. So now we have 1 and 2, and then finish with the kick. There's our timing patterns kind of built into this. Just a little bit quicker as we come up, boom, and we can start building upon that bit by bit. Now let's go back to that very first move real quick. As he comes in, boom, that's the most important piece of vocabulary for this technique. That very first shot. Take that nose, turn him into Daffy Duck. Pow! Notice it goes out linearly, and at the very end, it rounds. Right? I'm creating that stretch that Mr. Paul always talks about, that little plyometric stretch right here on the shoulder. And that opens up the chest, and then lets that hand spring back. Boom. Alright? I don't usually insert the left hand, but I do counterbalance with it. All right, there's that timing. That's that slap that everybody's gonna pick on us for. Okay, so we get that shot, boom, shot, boom. All right, there's our timing, there's our check, boom, boom. And we just start building the speed, and then now we can start really playing with it and having a little bit of fun. All right, so timing pattern number 1, insert, timing pattern number 2, and then finish with the kick. The technique is done. Not a whole lot to it more than that. Okay? Hope you enjoyed it.